Hello from beautiful Erina, Australia, venue for this year's Pacific Asia Curling Championships 2017. It's gold medal day. Medal games are being played. We had the women's event earlier today, but at the Erina Ice World, we are here for the men's gold medal match. It's been an amazing week of curling, culminating in today's game. China takes on Korea. Hans Frauenlob here with you and joined by Norwegian World Mixed Curling Champion Sander Robach. Good afternoon, Sander.
Good afternoon, Hans.
So let's take a look at how the teams got to today. We saw that Korea upset the 1 seed Japan, and China defeated Australia in an incredibly close game. They're in the gold medal match. Japan plays Australia in the bronze medal match. All of the podium finishers will advance to the World Men's Curling Championship. So let's meet Team China. At lead is Zhao Dede. Zhu Jingtao is at second. Scioscia is at third. And Zhao Dejia is at skip. Ma Yanlong is the alternate, and their coach is Marcel Rock.
And for Korea today, at lead is Ki-bok Lee. Second is Min Chang Kim. At third is Tse Hyun Song, and the team is skipped by Changmin Kim. Alternate is Un So Oh, and team coach is Myung Sup Lim.
So both teams really causing the upset to get here, and look at the hardware. This is what you train for. This is what you hope to get at the end of the exercise, and there we see the beautiful Pacific Asia Championship trophies waiting for the winners of this event. China will play the red stones. Korea will play the yellow stones. By virtue of being higher ranked, China will have last rock in the first end. Both teams, Sander, big upset winners yesterday. Getting us underway here in this men's gold medal match is Korean lead Ki-bok Lee.
Yeah, I think Team Japan was probably the team to beat, and they were looking quite superior. Korea was able to edge them out, so I think we're actually going to have two fairly even teams here in the final. It should be a really good one.
In some senses, all of the pressure is off both teams. They've qualified their nations into the World Championships, so it's a gold medal game, but one that you can play really confidently, and you've already exceeded your expectations in some respects. Here is Chinese lead Zhao Dede. So after that pressure valve is released, sometimes you can get a really awesome game as a result.
Yeah, well, that's what we're hoping for. Perhaps some less nerves and just some good shot making. But it's a bit of a cautious start, though.
Yeah, Korea throwing it into the rings, and so just trading hits so far.
Yeah, good.
Well, we've seen this before in games, you know, an open first end and then it totally blows out of proportion after. So I'm not worried.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
No chance that we're going to see 10 ends of this, folks.
Yeah, just a good way of just making a couple of shots, calming your nerves. Some players tend to get a little too excited, and it's just nice to calm down a little bit, focus, and get into the rhythm before you start, you know, playing.
Zhao Dede makes the hit, rolls to the wing. Min Chang Kim, Korean second.
Yeah, Korea's been rotating their team all week. Front end and alternate. Those three have just been kind of on a rolling system. Back end has played every game.
That's right. We saw Yun Soo Oh, the alternate, playing yesterday in the semifinal, but as Sander said, they do rotate. Xu Jinghao.
I think most teams prefer to keep the same four for the whole week, but you know, thinking about the Olympics too, keeping your fifth man warm.
Here are the rules of play. 10 ends scheduled, but 8 ends minimum. Each team has 38 minutes of thinking time to play their shots, and they have 1 60-second timeout each.
Yep. Well, we have seen this Korean team spend quite some time on the ice, so maybe not so, maybe not a bad thing that they are able to bank some clock here in the first end.
Yeah, we did one of their games where Changmin Kim delivered his final stone of the game with only 4 seconds left on the time clock. So, yep, banking a little time in the first end, not a bad idea.
Wow. 下了 OK。
6、7、
方向啊。
7、8，抓位置，抓位置，还得减一减，抓位置，抓的可能大一点点啊。
我帮你，我 easy， 帮你 easy， 好球，哎
Yeah, some slides deep.
13秒4，
13秒4，太行，14秒都得大，14秒。
Sehyeon Song.
Had a rough start versus Japan yesterday. Crashed on the guard a couple of times, but really picked up his game. So he'll be one to watch out for.
Good sipping.
Yeah, Sehyeon super intense out there. And if he gets on a roll, Korea will have a good day. Scioscia.
3秒，跑一些。Just clean。3秒小一点。2。哦。2。2。
我。立了 OK。
哦。
clean。好球。
Straightforward shots, but good execution by both teams here in the first end.
好球。
Good line, yep. 6分。Up. Wow, clean. Wow. No. Okay. 너무 세.
上线。
웨이트 백은 다 좋아. 正好力量大吗？对不对？
Chinese skip.
正好力量大吗？
So Dejia holding the brush for Scioscia.
上力量。
Just clean.
上力量。
Just clean.
clean hard. Hard. Wow. OK。好球。我感觉有点小。你看力量有点小啊。那个比上马力量小。
아, normal. 7번.
네.
Korean skip. Changmin Kim.
나이 좋아.
Make good.
clean. clean. clean.
Make good.
Whoa.
Wants to stick around.
Set.
Will it spin back? Not quite.
Okay.
I see that Chinese skip. So Dejia said, okay, we'll try to drop in front of it. Sanders so makes his way down to the hack. Just want to read our fans. There was a wonderful quote from him after the win yesterday to clinch their world championship place. He said, I'm so happy for the team because this is our goal. We want to get the spots for the next Worlds. I've been working hard for years, more than 17 years, to be on this ice and play this game. So Dejia, 17 years to get to a World Championships and to now play for a gold medal at the Pacific Asia Championships. Fantastic. This one, though, has got some curling to do, and is it going to slide through the rings? It might. Seong Wants to make sure it's out, but he was thinking about just leaving it there to freeze.
오케이, 프리즈.
There's a
자, 우리 거에 프리즈 하는
little
게 더
shake of the
낫지
head
않겠나?
from
여기. 거기
Show.
바로 옆에 나란히. 오케이. 센터? 오케이. 굿. 스피드 어때? 저거 좋아 보여. 오케이. 네.
trying to freeze on top of their own yellow rock there on the left-hand side of our picture.
Yeah, and see where you're placing the broom for the shot here.
Yeah, good 5 feet of curl,
오케이.
maybe more.
좀 세 보여.
Yeah, probably like 6.
얘들아 세 보여.
Half the house, really.
Yep.
진짜 세 보여. 정확하게 콜해줘.
Really good ice conditions this week.
죽고 있어요. 비슷해. 라이트 좋아. 라이트 좋아. 와우. 세아 잘 봐. 예스. 오. 예스.
That is a very good first up attempt there for Changmin Kim. Corner freeze. Couldn't do much better than that.
마지막에
Nice shot.
피니시에 컬 엄청 많이 되네 여기. 세아 라인 잘 봐야 돼. 여기 좀 위험해.
13초 4반.
오케이.
Yeah, might just be enough to force a mistake here.
배드 콜. 부탁하지.
China has only got one pass to the blank here. Has to hit it on the high side.
클링. 자, 클링.
Oh, very nice stone there from Scioscia. China blanks the first end, no score. China holds on to the hammer for the second. So we're underway in the gold medal match after one end of play. No score.
힘이 없어. 내추럴 샷이. 그냥 째면 다 끝나는 거라서. 나가서 세워놓으면 얘들이 안으로 해야 돼. 그때 괜찮아요?
괜찮아. 이쪽 괜찮아. 나가 9반이 안 닿고 피 갔어.
약한 것 같아요. 네.
Key Buckley gets us underway in the second.
라인 타이트해 세연아. 세연이 니는 멈추면 안 돼. 세연이만. 타이트해요. 비슷하면 세연이만.
Yeah, reigning world junior champion. Playing third for his brother.
그 스위핑.
Actually at home
스피드 되게 좋네.
in Korea. In the Olympic arena. So, you know, he'll return to the same place he picked up a gold. That's going to be a nice feeling.
That's a good memory. The World Junior Championship is generally held as a test event for the Olympics, usually about a year before the games, and absolutely be nice for him to walk back into that venue in February with that memory.
顶的有点大啊。准备一下。下周开始。稍微下点。
下线啊，可力。5
So instead of trading hits this end, China's saying, okay, corner guard, we're going to try to generate 2 here. Basic strategy of curling if you're new to the sport. If you have last rock, you want to try and score more than 1 point.
Line's good.
If you don't have last rock, you want to try and prevent your opponent from scoring more than 1 point. That's the basics of strategy.
세 보인다. 세 보여. 15초 35. 세 보여. 얍, 민찬아. 할 민찬아. 할. 굿. 굿 스위핑. 굿 스위핑.
나이스 샷.
Stone comes to rest just short of the rings. In the free guard zone area, the first 4 stones of the end, you're not allowed to remove an opponent's stone from play, so China will have to either come around or do something different, but they can't hit the Korean rocks yet.
3、4、3。
下路 OK， 下路很好，只是力量。
5区，5区。
Schroeder today working the gum pretty hard there.
5区，hard，
5，
hard， 5区啊，力量。5区，hard，
可以磕，可以磕。
And by the top one. Nice little bump back there for Team China.
스피드 되게 좋아.
Yeah, 4 perfect shots to set up the second end.
나 저거 14초 1인데.
That's what we like to see. Aggressive play and good execution.
형 아까 아웃턴 14초였어요.
일단 9에서 9반 정도 할게. 8반이 아까 노승부.
조금 타이트해 보여. 5, 6, 넷 좋아, 넷.
Min Chan Kim sporting the baseball cap.
넷 좋아. 6, 넷 좋아. 온다. 6, 아직 온다. 이거 온다. 온다. 아직 온다. 아직.
웨이트만.
야, 이 T다 이거. T다 T.
붙었네. 세네.
Small bump on the Chinese stone, welds it on top of the Korean stone in the button. And we see them all tight roped along the center line there.
场线可以大一点啊。
Free guard zone portion of the end is now finished. So China can now blast away if they choose.
这面好甩，这面不太好甩。OK。
China's got last rock.
Ready?
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah. 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 Hard. 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 어쩔.
Cleared the center guard and roll their own stone into a corner guard position.
좋아요. 오케이.
일단 남아야 돼.
일단 남아야 돼. 남아야 돼. 노멀. 여기까지 괜찮아.
예.
형 스피드 좋아.
9, 8? 9, 8?
7 어때?
7 정도.
아, 그 정도 괜찮아. 라인 타이트해 어차피.
예, 라인 타이트해서 7보다 좀 약하면 바로 좀 닦아 만들어줘.
Hearing the whoa right away, this one might be wide. Want the inside roll, but they leave it there for a corner guard. Have a look at the Korean bench. Korean coach, Myung-Sup Lim. Stopwatch in hand. He's an experienced international himself. Now the Chinese bench, and there's Coach Marcel Rock.
세아 여기 뉴패스라서 조금 위험해.
Yep, I'm paying attention.
나 지금 범퍼가 좋을 것 같아. 예.
7이 거의 티
Might be playing Candy Crush. I'm not sure.
3 정도 하면 어때요?
Marcel's a bit more old school as a coach, you'd have to say. But tell you what, the athletes love him, and you won't find anybody better in the sport as far as mental approach to the game center.
Has done really well.
2번. 비슷해. 밝게 먹어. 더.
Trying for contact. Wanted that one to stick around, but it spills out.
조금 뗀것 같아.
Se-hyung, a little disappointed with that.
旋打还是直接转？
Still a few corner guards in play though for Korea.
踏板，场外线路飞
Pardon
了。
for China.
Yeah.
啊，
So, yeah, a chance here for the Chinese to set up their pair if they can roll to the right, keep their stone in the rings.
Yeah, we'd like to find some cover eventually.
Yeah.
This is a tough one here.
Yeah, it is. Delicate shot.
A little too thin, you roll out. A little too full. Over curl, catch your own rock, top 12.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
They really hammered that one with the brushes. Now they back off. Did they overcook it? Yes, they did. This one's going to spin right out of the rings. So, bit of a panic sweep there. They were worried about it cutting. And then it just didn't finish.
오케이. 세아기 스피드가 좋아서 좀 straight control.
A lot of weight for that shot, I thought, Sander.
Yeah, just a bit too much there, perhaps. And maybe the sweeper's not communicating that correctly.
너무 약해.
Well, another stone spilling towards the out of play zone. Stays in play, but off the rings. So now it's kind of a free shot for the Chinese to use either of these corner guards. Well clear of that corner guard, but boy, it will finish. Sweeping it now for curl.
얼마 보여?
Scioscia.
요만큼 보여요.
There you can see the effect of that last bit of sweeping. It does bury the stone.
조금 더 잡아도 될 것 같아, 세연아. 거기 좋아, 거기 좋아, 거기 좋아.
And there's
我最终方我在这个位置看就这么大风，
스피드는 괜찮은 것 같아.
但是前期必须得提前擦一擦。
진짜 저거 저까지 갔는데. 13초 7.
Changmin Kim looking to follow that down. He made a terrific little freeze on his last shot in the first.
세연아 7. 프리즈 별로 마음에 안 드는데 저기 지나가기만 하면. 센터 잡아줘, 센터.
Okay.
세거 2번이었지.
Changing the ice quite substantially.
핵.
Oh, now he's going to play hack weight, so he's not playing a draw. He's going to try and bump that red stone out of the rings.
오, 아자. 오, 비슷해. 오. 예. 오.
왼쪽.
약해. 그럼. 계속 와.
Good looking rock.
계속 와.
Very nice stone. Nice weight control there from Changmin Kim, and he sticks around at the back of the 12. Korean skip surveying his work. Pretty nice shot.
Yeah, nice to stick around there. Might get the force with that stone hanging in the back 12. China will come around the corner again, but they can't quite find the cover. Korea might be able to come after it and sit two.
14.5都清淡就行，后期有点。
Hardware in the background there. Scioscia.
Just needing this just a little higher in the house, preferably in front of the tee line.
He was heavy with the draw in the first.
线路 OK。套带。我整个我体线还有大一点。体线。我。
Good looking track. How's the weight? Xiong tries to sweep it as deep as he can. Give his skip a bit more room to maneuver if he's going to try and play a shot to push it out of the rings. But looking at where they've planted the brush sander, it looks to me like Changmin Kim is just saying, I think we just have to draw to it.
Yeah, this one over curling, so it's harder to get to. The draw makes sense here. Might as well just freeze it. Take away the end for China.
你那14秒1，完了，对他俩才差一差，比我远点。
多观察吧，今天场这一滑，一会儿突然，我估计打完第3局会死。
来좋아. 잘 봐 이제 봐. 너 스위핑 잘 먹혀.
나이스 굿.
나이스 굿. 가 일단.
나이스 굿.
어디야?
나이스 좋아. 나이스 좋아.
어디야?
여기.
어디야?
He's by. Don't want it to over curl. And it comes to rest just on the tee line. So decision now for Scioscia. Can you nudge it and get your 2, or do you just draw for your 1?
往那磕一点。
I think I'd be thinking heavy draw and just try to nudge it for the 2. So he only has to move it about a width of a rock. What do you think, Sander?
Yeah, I like to call. And this shot is there much because of the ice, because with all the curl you get here, it's almost like you're coming in sideways and catching the side of the yellow. Yeah. If the ice was curling 2 feet, this shot would be pretty much impossible. But since you get that fine curve and that nice finish, you come in from the side, it's almost like you're pushing that yellow sideways.
Can't overthrow it though.
大点儿。正常。
Now it's starting to make a move. Quite a flat handle. This one's really moving. Have they left it too long? Yes, they did. So it's a score of 1 to China, but again, a sweeping error. That one was really cutting. They could see it moving, and it crashes on the guard. Yes, eyes up, says Scioscia. That should have been made. Misread on the sweep and a let-off for the Koreans. But we have our first point on the board in this men's gold medal final after 2 ends of play. It's China 1, Korea no score.
아니 원래 나왔잖아. 우리가 했던 시트 다.
Surely it gets us underway in the 3rd. You're enjoying live action. It's the men's gold medal game at the Pacific Asia Curling Championships 2017 from Erina, Australia. And as this is our last game of the week, I think it's appropriate just to take a moment to thank Ellis Southey, the chairman of the local organizing committee, the Australian Curling Federation, and all the volunteers that have worked so hard to stage this event. It's been 21 years since this event's been held in Australia, and our thanks go to the local organizers. They've done an amazing job, and we're very, very happy to have this event back in Australia again.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back, really.
It's fantastic.
Already.
That's right. We're still here, and we're missing it already.
세아 조금만 더. Good. 오, good.
1반 졸라 빨라.
Corner guard for the Koreans.
Hard，我感觉力量小。Hard，二三七。Hard，Hard，力量够。我。 Whoa. Whoa.
One over curl, so at least half of it, I would say, is available for Kibok Lee.
오, 좋은 것 같아. 5도 마음에 든다.
There's a great look at it. Maybe not a half, at least a third.
Yep. Yep. 오, 4번. Yep. 오, 돌아야 돼. 돌아야 돼. 2차. 2차. 오, 내가.
캔형 롤.
yes. Good. 샷, 키보가.
걸.
페이트 좋다.
오 났어.
Yeah, good shot there. Not only removing an opponent's stone, but also opening up that forfeit area. Trying to lure China out to the wing, open up the forfeit, and maybe try and come around that corner guard instead.
Yeah, very nice shot there by Kibok Lee. What can Zhu Xinghao do in return?
So they want to try and make the hit and roll back in underneath the center guard. But they won't be able to do that. We'll actually roll all the way out. So I'll expect Korea to come around that corner now, try and use it.
Zhu.
4초까지도 들어갈 수 있어요.
형, 나 뒤로 밑에 형 일라.
Changmin Kim is channeling Sender Robach. It does look like it's the draw around the corner guard.
Yeah, that's the whole plan. Just kind of tidy up the forfeit a little bit, make sure your opponent doesn't have too many stones along the center line.
좀 타이트.
And now it's a more of a risk-free chance at coming around the corner, setting up for 2.
세연아.
8아.
건드리면 나가. 건드리면 안 돼.
세연아 클린해 그래도.
나지 않아 이게.
아니야.
This spot was pretty quick in the first end.
Yeah, this one's sliding as well. It's going to be deep.
세연아 건들지 마.
뭐 있다.
Don't touch. Okay, good.
Just comes to rest on the center line. Boy, it really just grinds and goes sideways when it stops. Is there a play on the intern? Well, you can see a corner on the intern side, but China is saying, well, let's get rid of the corner guard.
I'll tell you what, though, if you want to show a piece of your rock, show it on the outside, because
Teaser.
yeah, that, and also very hard to make the hit and roll to the center line.
Yeah.
If you show half rock on the center line side, you know, China can make that hit and roll in behind the center guard again.
Easy.
So you're much better off over curling those shots. China not taking the bait, however.
Yeah. Playing percentages there, clearing the guard.
Okay.
아까 아니면 아까 형 빨라.
빨라 진짜. 기본 쳤었는데 일찍 났잖아.
방금 웨이트 정도.
Korea now electing to split the house. They're going to draw a stone on the other side of the rings. Try to get as much separation as possible between their 2 shots. That reduces the risk of a double takeout by your opponent.
많이 타이트 기보가. 8.
The other call here is to maybe just play the guard again, replace it. Leave China peeling a couple of times and then come into the house. Coming into the house here, you're going to have to try and keep this up for half an end. Going to have to feel that China will be able to make a couple of hit and rolls and get a double, but they will actually won't have to. Big mistake there.
Changmin knows that that's thrown away the chance at a pair for his team for this end. Well, maybe not thrown it away, but certainly made it more difficult.
And now the center guard's still in play. China's going to have to, well, they're going to want to make that roll in behind the center guard. Maybe get the force.
Yeah, if they do roll behind the guard, they will be behind the tee line, but yep, China trying to bring the play back to the center. This one's going to be on the nose, though.
얘들아 블랭크 가도 괜찮아. 의미 두지 마. 블랭크 가도 돼. 노즈. 컨트롤.
블랭크 가운데.
Yeah, so my Korean isn't outstanding, but I did hear Changmin Kim say blank, so rather than try to roll towards the center guard to try and force to play to somehow get a 2, he's going to be content to keep it out on the wings and hopefully blank the end.
I think China did the best by nosing, actually. Just now it's kind of building up. And now maybe they get a hit and roll in behind the guard in front of the tee line.
Yep.
If they made the hit and roll on their previous shot, it would be too deep, pretty easy to get to for Korea. So worked out well, I think.
I agree.
A good chance here.
Yep, a flat roll could leave this stone of Scioscia right on the button.
These are tough, though.
Yeah.
Because of the curl in the ice, you got to be so perfect. Sometimes you come half buried, makes it hard for your opponent, but half buried around here doesn't really cut it.
Changmin content just to keep trading nose hits. He's already thinking about the third end.
오!
건들지 마.
Oh.
Oh dear. Now it's a free shot for the Chinese to go behind that center guard. So once again, we saw this last night. Se-hyung struggled in the early going and came back strong in the second half of the game, and it's the same pattern this afternoon in the gold medal game.
절대로 잼되면 안 돼. 절대로 타이트해야 돼. 아니 그냥 빠져서 그냥 난
실수명
타이트하게 잡아줬는데 네가 그 라인으로 그냥 다시 방금 그 라인.
실수명
下路边啊，这里，还行，下路还行，头换，换，头，好，好往后来，
一个好，
挺高，好，再来，俩人一起，
Well by the guard.
Go，
都随便。
Sweep it into the front of the forefoot, but at least half of it's available for Changmin Kim. Probably like to leave his shooter out somewhere on the
稍微
8
小
foot.
一点，
So that
稍微小一点点。
그 첫 패스라서 조금 불안하긴 해.
certainly doesn't want to roll out and give China another chance to make that come around. He needs to keep his shooter in
태양아,
the
우리가
rings.
갈 수 있을 만큼 가면 제일 좋아.
예.
얼마 괜찮아 뭐 2반? 3?
2반 3 좋은 거
3 오케이. 조금 넉넉한 게 나을 것 같아. 그래도.
Tense focus.
범퍼.
약간
약간.
왼쪽은 범퍼 돼.
범퍼 다음. 4. 범퍼 다음.
클린해. Yes. Hard. Yes. Hard roll 가야 돼.
Very nice shot there from the Koreans.
더 가야 되는데.
They lie one and they take the action away from that center guard.
들어가야 돼.
打流就行。场一线。我给的比那个走强的点富裕。
Just clean. 头，下路很好，不要，搂着就行。
No inside roll here. But now it's going to be a little bit tougher for Changmin to. It's a blank.
되게 스트레이트로 뻗어.
Hits it high side. There's an outside chance he could jam on his own there on the wing sander and wind up taking one. If he hits it really flat, he's going to have to pick it quite thin.
좀 타이트하게 잡았는데 A 푸시라서 좀 돌 것 같기도 하고 세게 던질게.
네.
민찬이 붙어라.
Could have liked to play the out turn at it and hit it on the other side, but going with the in turn.
Yeah, it just feels a lot more natural.
Yep.
Yep. Yes. 키보가. 알가 계속 가. Yes. Clean.
Big weight. That's not sticking around. Great shot there from Korea. So Korea blanks the end, retaining last rock into the fourth. Low scoring game in the early going, but Korea will take the hammer into the fourth. After 3 ends of play, it's China 1 and Korea no score.
线路小，
线路有点小。好，
线路很小，
好，
金莹，
这掉大了。
So we go to the fourth end. This 10-end game. Gold medal match, men's event at the Pacific Asia Curling Championships 2017 from Erina, Australia. Hans Franlub here with you with
力量可以啊。
Sander Robach. Just waiting for this game to catch fire, Sander. Kibok Lee at 96% for the Koreans, and so he's certainly getting things set up, but they just need to carry it all the way through an end.
Yeah, sometimes just one simple mistake kind of kills the end a little bit when either team really wants to force the issue too hard. Korea doesn't really have to throw everything at it right now. They're only down by 1. They have the hammer. If this was the 10th end, they'd be reasonably happy, really. But it's a 50-50 game, and China, you know, they're up 1, feeling like, well, we don't really have to do much either. We'll let Korea, you know, make the aggressive calls here. So it's going to be like that, a little bit of cat and mouse at the start until someone maybe gets a 2-point lead. And then you might see things starting to open up even more.
Show today at 92% so far for the game.
稍微小点啊，3局，下线，
下线，
3局，4局到龙那边，下线，4局，
完全没下来。
下线，好，来点，好，
好球。
That one does bite the front ring, so it's not afforded the protection of the free guard zone. If that stone was 1 inch shorter, Korea could not hit it. But because it is touching the rings, it's not in the free guard zone.
조금 팔반 뭐 이런 거 그거 괜찮아.
스피드 좋아야 돼.
Yep.
Yep.
Hardline. Hardline.
It's got 1.
좀만 더. Good.
Doesn't get the double, but does leave a corner guard, so Korea won't be too disappointed with that. 2 corner guards now.
You know, if Kibok Lee ends up winning this game, I believe he'll be the first player to have won the World Junior Championships and the Pacific Asia Curling Championship.
Well, that would be quite an accomplishment.
3秒到。
Su Dingqiao.
3秒到。8-0。正常，皮儿。
Kibok's brother, of course, is also going to be a Winter Olympian. He'll be the one half of the Korean mixed doubles team in Pyeongchang. They're twins.
아까 창민 거 94였다 이거. 거의
아니 나 기본 가드 보고 세요. 지금 걸로. 나 1반 나왔어.
5.
4초 돼 형.
China removes the guard, spills away, and now Changmin Kim will ask Min Chan Kim to draw around that corner guard. Min Chan was heavy with a draw on the previous end, so
Easy.
see if he can make the adjustment here. He's at 67% so far.
세, 8, 히.
No, 기보가.
기본 있어 아직.
안 돼. 이건 센데 왜?
아이 세 기본아.
세.
기본 세.
14초. 세아 니다 이제. 가라.
말해요.
가라. 세아 가.
It's better weight.
샷.
Just past the tee. Fully behind the guard, but fractionally past the tee line. Xu Xinghao.
4、5、6、7、6、7、8、切，8切，8、8切，9颗能颗吗？8、9，还是大啊！能颗。
Didn't want that bounce, but
Same shot.
China lies 2. Interesting call here from Changmin. Do you like this, Sander? He's going to play a tap or a freeze on that stone in the corner.
웨이트 얼마 나올 거야?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Okay, same shot.
I'd prefer them to make a choice. You know, either you play the dead freeze or you try and make the little hit and flop in behind the guard. Very often when you call 2 shots, you're stuck in between, and then it's never good. So communication is key here anyway. So we have 2 options. Try and go for one of them as early as possible.
Lee and Sung on the brushes, just watching this one curl. They want it to stop. Would have loved that one to curl another millimeter or 2. Change the angles. There we can see. Can China now, Sander, just squeak that guard and maybe make a little downweight nose hit on that Yellowstone and push it through?
Yeah, I think so. I think double is possible. Taking a lot of ice, though. I'm not sure if they're playing enough weight to make that happen. Probably not too concerned with the back yellow. They will be lying 3 if they make the nose hit here. So, yeah. And also leave pretty good angles.
Well, this one's really cutting. This one is really moving. Is it going to over curl? Sticks around for 3rd shot, so not a bad result for the Chinese.
Does leave a bit of a side wall for Korea, though.
Yeah.
I think the tolerance there is maybe even rolled towards the center line and do catch the back right onto the hill.
Yeah.
Maybe with more weight also. Could have been the safer call.
Se-hyun Sung trying to draw into that cluster.
라인 좋아, same 라인이야. 짧아도 돼.
천천히 앞에서
짧아도 돼.
예샷 형 준비만.
라인's good. 짧아도 돼.
나가요.
짧아도 돼. 진짜 짧아도 돼. No. 노스로. 오, 아직. 야, 민찬아 가.
Is this one going to over curl?
Okay, good.
They save it. So they are, looks like 2nd shot. Looks like that Chinese stone in the front 8-foot is probably 1st shot.
더 이거就行。4、5、6。
So secure in the knowledge that they're already lying 1. China is just going to draw in front of that Korean stone.
So here's an example why you don't want to play around the corner guard without the last stone. First off is, you know, try and make a freeze on a shot stone. You over curl it. Your opponent throws it to the other wing for maximum separation. And also, when you're freezing around the corner, you always have to freeze on the side of the rock, on the corner of the rock. When you're freezing around the center guard, you can just come right on top of on the nose. It's a much easier shot. This takes a lot of precision to sit right there. Slight bounce though.
Yeah, corner freeze, tiny bounce.
Yeah, when you're playing around the corner without the last stone, feels like playing with fire.
It's true. Sometimes it can be fun to have a little toasty flame to warm you up, but sometimes you get scorched.
너무 세. 오케이.
땡이네.
그냥 해.
많이 안 밀어.
어때 보여?
아 좋아 보여.
오케이.
7번은 약간
Just confirming the weight to throw. Throw it. The faster you throw it, the less it curls. The slower you throw it, the harder it is to push your opponent's stone through the rings.
Yep. Yep.
헬로!
5번!
5번! 헬로!
Oh, this one's really cutting standards, even by the guard. He's crashing. No, he's by. Oh, it does feather and redirect.
기본.
Just glanced. Oh, and he locks his onto the rock as a
오케이. 좀 타이트했어.
double punishment. Wow.
It's pretty much the same shot where he overcurled and caught the corner guard against Morzumi yesterday.
That's right. Watch this. Watch as they approach the guard and look at the course of the stone. It just alters the faintest of glances and then cruelly nudges the Chinese stone, locking it onto his own in the process. Jeepers creepers. I think even if he gets by the guard, though, Sander, that one's over curling and he's probably not making contact anyways. Regardless, China's lying 2.
Yeah, they'll have a chance here to draw in line 3, probably coming around their own red stone in the top 12 on the left-hand side of the screen.
6、7、5、6个脚，7，格林，7，下路很好，
底线，
格林
6、7，
下路很好，
7，
加格林
7，7，
掏格林
7、8，
7、8
不行
7、8放
5，还得放，
量大多少？
还得等9、8、
8
区底线，5，底线6区底线，5，我不傻了，不傻了，不傻了，
我
Nice looking stone here.
小点
How good is that?
14.2
In the space of about 3 feet, almost fully buries.
만약에 진짜 안 맞으면 얇으면 일로 갈게 알겠지? 나오시.
So Jia
좋아. 그래서 약간 안으로
throws down the gauntlet.
노우즈가 제일 좋아. 알겠지? 태어나 약간 아니다.
Trouble brewing here for the Koreans. China's lying 3. The only good news for Changmin Kim is that the 4-foot's available if he has to bail out and score 1. But certainly not the situation he was hoping to look at. Trying a cross-house double takeout. He will jam on the other one, but hopes to sit in front of it. 92% for the match.
Yes! Yes!
Just pops up over the top.
Okay.
Fraction
컬 좀
too
된다.
full.
동点.
Yeah, kind of caught in between again. He was saying that the hit and roll was the option.
我说打上了都
If he
行。
overcurled, he did, but just not enough actually.
China's still lying 2 and with a chance to
3-4.
guard it up and force Korea to draw the button to save 1.
不用，咱现在已经
안
俩。
되면 부담이란 말이야. 라인을 너무 타이트하게 잡은 것 같아.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to bring this one fairly close.
Yep.
And maybe not even just straight in front of their own red, but maybe all towards the center line, try and close off the out-turn draw.
青菜就行，不用扫。
Maybe even nibble the 8-foot here,
6、
just across the center line maybe.
6、
5区就不扫了，走。
Don't want to get over greedy, but you do want to make your opponent's last shot as difficult as possible.
5，还行，不行还得放。
站死2。
I think this is a pretty good shot.
我。
Slipping a little too deep, but actually that is really good.
Sorry.
Perfect.
So can Changmin Kim just blast that fractionally off nose and squirt the red one out and maybe count one that way, or is it better played just to play the draw?
I think the draw is the only shot. To make the double, you got to catch it high side, your shooter will roll out, and still then I think the top red would catch on the rocks on the left in the first deal of 2, so yeah. You only have the draw, and you're drawing against 3 here. You need full 4-foot.
Full 4-foot, and he's drawing towards the Chinese stones as well. So as the stone is coming into that scoring area,
전반적으로 어떤 것 같아? 그냥 그대로야.
it will be blitzing towards those red rocks in terms of curl.
보면 될 것 같나? Okay.
Ironically, he's going to have to get quite close to that yellow guard on the front of our screen to make this shot, because it will curl that much as it approaches the button area.
And sometimes it's easy to be a little afraid of the corner. You know, throw a little bit soft. You don't want to catch the corner guard either, and then you over curl. But just gonna have to trust the ice and throw it good.
가야 돼. 키버 가야 돼.
가야 될 것 같아.
진짜 가야 돼.
약하다 지금.
진짜 가야 돼, 키버가. 태아 도와줘.
See Zhu telling his teammates, I think it's light. And it is. Fist pump in the air for Zhou. Delight for the Chinese, and a huge steal of 3. That stone coming up short. Sitting top 12. Score of 3 for China.
Sorry.
And a big advantage for them now in this gold medal final. Will this be the pivotal end? It's still early, but after 4 ends of play, it's China 4, Korea yet to score.
加油！现在专注每一个球，专注每一个球。击打。
안 나가는데 괜찮아.
clean，加斯 clean，
只大不小，只大不小，
又有点掉线了，
减速，
又有点掉线了。
哎 ，hard。
So an accumulation of misses and half shots, and one final miss by Changmin Kim on the draw, and all of a sudden,
力量不错啊。
不应该啊。
Korea is looking up at a 4-0 deficit. Fifth end. This game is scheduled for 10, but Sander Rolvag. Korea certainly needs to score in this end and ideally get a pair.
Well, remember they were down against Japan.
They were.
And turned the game around. That was a 3-point deficit though. This is 4. Didn't look too upset either after that 4th end. It's just kind of
one of those things, right? Just keep carrying on.
There's a chance they might just be quite happy about being in the final.
It's true too.
But in the same way, I just feel like, you know, for this guy in the back, Changmin Kim, he's been at this championship a few times, and he's been very close. He's actually been here on 4 other occasions, and he's placed 4th twice and 3rd twice. So you're gonna have to think that, you know, when you first make the final, you really want to win the gold.
Yeah.
看行吗他？
第二没题，
看行看行，哎哎，
站，
哦，
China on the other end, playing really well, making it difficult for the Koreans to get an end set up. Ki-bok Lee.
Good, clean it. 오.
3초.
오. Yep. 오. Off. Yep. Oh. Yep.
shot.
Good sweeping.
Leaves his own welded in front of the Chinese rock. That's a good result for the Koreans.
Yes!
오, 야!
Yes!
야!
Hard! Hard! Tiger! Hard! Okay.
Just enough.
Got it.
타이트하면 안 돼요, 가드.
저 라인인데.
You're always slightly embarrassed, even if you make it. But if you don't make it, you know, as easy.
That's right. But, yeah, I was just about to say, Sander, that you can see the
Good.
Chinese front ends, the tween ends, they're bouncing like puppies. They're super excited about the steel of three, and you could see the veteran Joe just calming them down, saying, "Come on, guys, got lots of work to do yet." That was good, but we're a long way from done.
No. Good. 딱 좋아. Good.
Corner guards. Well, center guard, just off the center line, but guarding a piece of that stone.
Yeah, I mean, Korea could easily score 2 here, and then maybe they'll be able to lie a couple after that, and you know, a missed draw from the Chinese skipper. You know, tie game all of a sudden. I mean, it can change quickly.
Sure can.
한번 더.
이쪽 괜찮은데요? 9번이 저기면.
아니, 9번 아까 됐어.
Good.
셋! 좀 세 보이지 않아요? 셋! 좀 세 보여요.
라인 조금 더 타이트해.
타이탄 셋.
괜찮아. 아니. 오버컬 돼도 돼.
오버컬 된다, 이거.
오버컬 돼도 돼.
예.
Changmin saying this one's over curling.
Good.
So you can see that Korea, of course, they want to make that play on the stones of the house and sit too, but like we've mentioned many times, it's all about timing. Can't do it too early and leave China too many chances at the double takeout, so you have to wait a while, and very often it's the third player's second stone where you make the switch. We'll see if it's the same timing this end.
Scioscia removing that
다섯.
center guard, and now Changmin Kim switching gears, electing to draw to the side of the house rather than throw another center guard.
Interesting. You could get the same effect here, and might be a bit of a teaser for China. Maybe he's hoping that China will make the hit and stick around, and Korea has something to freeze to again.
Yeah.
And if they just peel it, it has the same effect as the guard anyway. But of course,
아직 너가 보는 것보다 더
have to
짧아.
hit the house here.
오케이.
Stones coming to rest
기보 좀만.
just about the tee line. Good weight.
예.
Song.
China will make the hit and stick. They're thinking, yeah, well, we want to keep a couple of rocks in the house here. Maybe we can force Korea to take the single point. Be up 3 with the hammer, control the game.
Yeah, China would be very happy to give the Koreans a single point in this end.
小一点啊！
手朝别小。对。Clean.
Go hard! Hard!
Freeze.
And there we go. Freeze. That was the plan all along.
Springs the trap.
Freeze 힘들어 보이지? 너무 잘까?
Might want to move it just a little bit though.
Freeze 해도 될 것 같아.
할 수 있어요.
Just move it maybe far enough to for the yellow at the top to outcount this redstone.
To push it about width of a rock to do that. It needs to push it into the 12. Blue circle.
And again, if you make the perfect freeze, China probably is going to blast away at it anyway.
좀 타이트해 얘들아. 라인. 라인.
But, you know, if you tap this a foot, China peels your rock, then you can make the perfect freeze, and now you're lying first.
라인.
Second and third.
할 기보가 같이 와 계속 끝까지 와. 오.
It's going to over curl.
오케이. Good.
Again, let them get it away from them a bit. You know, just a bit more sweeping. The line's better, and it's straight back. It just over curls. Makes it easier for the Chinese to remove.
那2分好像。
行，打飞也行。
打飞。
哪个点？
China lying 2 at this moment.
We'll see if they're interested in just peeling it clean to sit 2, or if they're worried about another freeze and maybe just play the double and leave the shooter to lie 2. 2 options, really.
The brush is quite tight near to the target stone, so this won't be gentle. Picks it clean. Nice shot.
아, 저건 별로인 것 같아. 네, 지금 쳐야 될 것 같아. 지금 쳐야 될 것 같아.
Scioscia probably saying, "Oh, I didn't think I could pick a clean like that, but I'll take it."
컨트롤 세하나 1.
Okay, it looks like now they're
반 맞으면 될 것 같아.
going to make their move on that front stone
좀 얇은
center.
반으로.
Yeah, feeling like kind of now or never. You can still make the freeze on the same one. You know, China blasts.
기복이 3초 나왔지.
Then you play this for 2.
3초.
I'm sure China
약하면 안 돼.
see that coming, and then, but they could, you know, maybe China try something tricky. You force an error. Yeah, I don't know.
Changmin Kim.
클리어. 야. 컨트롤 다운.
Desperation in the voice as this one's over. Curling as he got any contact at all. Just gets a feather and rolls through the rings. Unlocks the stones at the top. That's disaster for Korea.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to draw against 3 again.
Replay, they're just glancing his own stone. It's so thin that there's not enough movement to push the Chinese stone out of the rings, and China's still lying 2. One of those days so far for Changmin Kim and his Korean mates. Nothing working. It's one of those games you want to get to the 5th end break and say, we need to start a new game here, guys. Oh, very nice shot there from Scioscia. First 5 ends could not be better from a Chinese perspective. 4 up, and now you're making your opponent look at 3. So the absolute worst you can do if you're China would be 3 up with last rock halfway through the game. Great situation. And this is by no means an easy shot for 1.
방금 범퍼였어. 컨트롤.
Same path he just threw down, and he'll be thinking about that last stone of his that over-curled. Risk of him overthrowing this one.
Yep. Yes! Whoa, yep. Yes! Whoa!
Need it to curl. Well, it is a steal of 1. So the disaster continues for the Koreans, but for China, it's all going their way. As we reach the halfway point of this game, that steal of 1 to China gives them a 5-0 lead in this gold medal match. Big smiles for Team China at the halfway break. So let's have a look at the highlights of the first half of this game between China and Korea, the men's gold medal game. China's Zhao Dejia crashes a guard, but comes into the button area. Chance for two, but it's only one. China to a 1-0 lead in the fourth end. Korean skip Changmin Kim has to draw into the button area to score a point, but it comes up light. And China with a huge steal of 3, giving them firm control of the game after 4 ends. And the fifth again facing 3 stones. Changmin Kim needs a little inside roll on the takeout attempt to score. Nose hits it, and it is not close enough. It's not shot. It's another steal for the Chinese. So after 5, they are up 5-0. There we have a look at the team statistics, and you just run right down to the bottom stat. 4 stolen points for the Chinese. And then you look at the shooting percentage stats, a clear statistical advantage as well. So China full value for their 5-0 lead. They've got one hand on the championship trophy already. Can they close it out, or can Changmin Kim and his Korean teammates stage a massive comeback, much like they did yesterday against Japan? We'll see. Plays underway here in the 6th.
提线前，走，
好球，好球，好像我投的那个。
这种的나와야 돼.
누구야?
4초 많이 안 되네. 9반 정도 갔어.
Line's good. 조금 타이트해. 닦으면 라인 더 좋아. 닦으면 라인 더 좋아.
둘.
닦으면 라인 더 좋아.
거기 가요.
오케이, 끝.
Hee-Bok Lee.
15.86 얼마야 이거?
Korean lead 98% for the first 5 ends of the game, so
이쪽은 빠르네.
he's certainly been playing well. Probably the best of the Korean players, you'd have to say.
Yeah, but again, as a lead, it's not only throwing the guard, but also communicating, sweeping, and there's been some errors there. If it's personally Hee-Bok Lee's fault, it's hard to say, but you know, he's definitely involved in the other shots as well. But of course, sometimes you can't save a bad throw. But China has definitely been better just overall, I think.
Yeah.
Throws, communication, sweeping, and key shots.
Yeah, I agree. All around the better team by quite some margin this afternoon.
안 나가.
And ordinarily in this situation, if a team's behind by a few points, you say, okay, well, no need to panic. You know, just get a pair and kind of fight back into it. But Korea down 5 points with 5 to play. They might have to throw caution to the winds here and really start gambling if they've got any hope of pulling this one out, Sander.
Yeah, what's the math? Take 2, give away 1. That's not going to add up, I think.
Yeah, that would give the Chinese 7 points, and it would give the Koreans 6 points, and that's not enough.
No, so you're going to have to score 3 here or start stealing a few points. And that's actually a mistake from Hee-Bok Lee.
Yes, it is. Deep and available for the Chinese to hit. Xu Xinghao.
거리.
Big weight. Just glances it, but that's enough. And the challenge for Team China, of course, with the big lead is wonderful sporting cliche, but they're so true. You have to stay in the moment. You can't look ahead to the podium and think about the rest of the game and think about how great it's going to be wearing the gold medals. You have to play it shot by shot. Can't get sloppy.
Good.
다
해도 돼.
라인 괜찮아.
얘들아 여기 봐야 돼 여기.
오.
No, 기보가 no. 아직. 많이 돌아야 돼. 타는 줄. Yep. Okay.
Tons of room. Good weight. Not quite frozen, but decent angle. Staying above the Chinese stone this time.
长一线，3秒吧。
长线吧，嘉哥，没问题。
啊，
长线。
长一线。
好。稍微来一点点。
朝点小，稍微小一点啊。
好。
You can see the real float with the release on that one by Zhu.
放了啊。
It's gonna jam.
哎呀。
Yeah, that one was missed out of hand.
出手。
Just see on his release, the stone floated outwards off the intended line, and
여기 제일 좋을 것 같아.
net result,
네.
small chance for the Koreans.
아까 여기 9번 될 때 창면 그 94가 거의 T였거든. 네. 그래 가볼까 아니면 좀 올려볼까?
패스는 처음
기본이
아니에요?
가다 얼마 났어요?
9.
9 났다고? 4초 났네.
A little uncertainty on the team about the weight to throw here, Sander.
Well, yeah. I'm not surprised there's some uncertainty.
Yeah.
In more areas of the game so far. I mean, you have to start second guessing yourself a little bit. You make that many mistakes.
여기.
This one again, over curling. I think they're going to be on that guard. No, they're by it.
여기. 기보가. 가. 같이.
My mistake.
계속 가. 야.
But it is over curling the target rock, but they don't mind. They're behind that corner. Any rock in the rings is a good news situation as far as Korea is concerned right now.
我感觉这边直啊。
You know, sometimes when you play a game like this and you're down big, it's just the overwhelming disappointment sometimes just takes away the focus, and you're not paying attention to the things you should be anymore. And I've definitely had that happen to me where, you know, Skip might ask, what's the speed? And I'm just like, I don't know.
I got nothing.
Yeah, it's just you're completely out of it. First, it's something, you know, it shouldn't happen at this level. And I feel like all these players are quite professional, but it's hard to, sometimes it's just hard to
It's a human
buckle down and focus. Yeah,
it's a human reaction to be disappointed to be in this situation, no doubt.
The only thing you can do is just, you know, just go for it.
Just keep scrapping, absolutely. And I like the way that Changmin Kim is thinking about how to do it. He's ignoring those Chinese stones in the rings, and he's going to try and duck around behind that center guard. Sehyun Seong, 78% so far in the game.
좀 세도 돼.
T
끌고 와. 8, 9 좋아. 라인 타이트해. 라인 스크. 좋아.
괜찮아 보이지 않아? 아홉.
라인 좋아. 세면 안 돼, 얘들아.
아홉.
아니, 민찬아.
8.
아홉.
12초 6. 12초 6. 기보가 니야. 기보가 와. 고 기보가. 계속 가도 돼.
Sweeping it for curl now.
자, 세연아.
Tucks it in there behind the pile.
That's really nice, actually.
Yeah, it is.
还这块不好。4、5、6。
See that stone of the Koreans in the back, 12 fully protected.
14.5. 他那个13.1.
So one misstep by the Chinese, and the Koreans could double a couple of stones out and maybe get a 3.
Yeah, you put this draw in the wrong spot, you might leave a triple
Exactly.
for Korea. So
Exactly.
I wonder if they, I think they called the top 4 draw here, but I don't think you. Don't be too upset if you come deep and maybe onto the back hill. Kind of take that out of play.
You don't want to set up the triple, but it's kind of in an interesting spot.
That is definitely close to a triple.
Yep.
조금 얇아야 돼, 세연아.
Chance to kill 2 anyways.
웨이트 여기 되게 스트레이트야, 세연아.
예.
Very important stone coming up.
3분의 1.
오케이.
Yeah, I think
3분의 1. 여기 어때?
오케이.
thing to watch for here is that first red he's going to make contact with. That's going to spring off the second red, but where is it going to go? Is it going to jam on the back yellow? If it catches it high enough, it will go clear of it, but too thin, and it might just take off the back one. If he's real good here, he might actually be able to make the double on the front stones here, roll the shooter up in behind the guard.
1, 2, 3.
Just
out
like
they
that.
go. Look at that. Wow, what a beautiful shot. Se-Hyung Sung, triple takeout, and rolls it behind the guard, moving forward after the action. You called it, Sander, and look at the replay. Watch the action. Watch the yellow stone come forward after it makes the contact, spinning in front of that stone on the corner. One more look, and it's well worth it.
Well, I said he had to be good to do that. That's probably an understatement.
To be better than good. That is awesome.
And you can see how close he was to jamming on the back one. Actually tickled it.
He did nudge it, didn't he, going by?
So couldn't have actually hit that any better.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. And look at the result. All the Korean stones have got protection. Fantastic. And that's why we love this game.
That was the risk of playing the draw. You know, I didn't like the call there, top 4.
Yeah.
I'd much rather, you know, you draw to the back there, just freeze the back yellow.
Yeah, I agree.
It's out of play.
下路很好，这边带着点。
六区，
This draw is still just a forfeit and around the guard. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be interesting, Hans.
Wow.
오케이.
A 4 is in play for Korea all of a sudden.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Timeout called by China, or by Korea rather. The big moment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Take the time out here. You got to think really hard about how to maximize the potential of this end.
Coaching contingent coming onto the field of play. They could draw around that right-hand red into the
여기 하면
4-foot
무조건
area.
프리즈하러 들어올 거야.
예.
Could draw right there.
무조건.
무조건 들어올 거야. 프리즈 하면 진짜 완전 별로야. 맞죠? Here, they will freeze. Yeah, they make freeze. We have no chance. 여기. Here? Here? Yeah, but they will freeze here. Here, first.
You do feel like you need to get one.
But if
Into the
we
8-foot.
here, they miss the freeze, we got 5.
And that's right, Changmin.
Yeah, I like it.
If you like it, throw it.
난 마음에 들어.
네, 마음에 들어요.
Yeah. Sorry? 얼마 보여 이거?
거의 안 보였어요.
No.
제 기억으로는 보고 올게요.
No, okay.
제게 조금 보일
I like here.
어,
I like here. Here.
Yeah.
마음에 들어?
네, 마음에 들어.
형 아웃은
Changmin
괜찮아요. 한 20?
ultimately taking charge of the situation there, I think, Sander. After some discussion and some input from Coach Ursel, who was saying maybe throw it in the front of the 12-foot in the port, and then Changmin says, well, if I do that, he'll come around and freeze the back and take us out of the end. I like just coming around the center into the 8-foot. And then if he tries the freeze and misses it, we got a shot at 5. Good thinking.
Yeah, I like it.
여기 되게 스트레이트였는데.
The other thing about putting this top 8 is you do kind of take away that freeze on the back yellow.
You do.
It's much harder, and
9번.
Okay.
there's not going to be a lot of distance between the tight center guard and this rock, so it'll be hard to freeze.
Yeah. Critical that this stone stays in front of the tee line and gets behind cover, though.
Yeah, you don't even want to bring this into the 4-foot. Just full 8 is probably
클린해.
the best spot, I think.
Yes! Get line.
Hard line, they're saying. This one is starting to cut. They don't want to crash that guard. But boy, this one's moving. Now they're backing off. They know that they've got no shot here. So, oh my gosh, what disappointment for the Koreans. Now they're sweeping it to try and make the raise or the come around more difficult for China. But oh, Sander, so disappointing. What a great chance for the Koreans. And that one now twice in the game. He's come up quite light on draw attempts.
I think we've seen this before. You know, take a timeout, you kill some of the momentum.
Yeah.
That may be one reason, but I think the other one there is just he was just so afraid of throwing that deep, allowing China to freeze. Just took too much weight off of it. And yes, staggered the guard here. So if China comes around, pretty hard to get to.
Yeah, he might have to leave himself some kind of an angle run in if he makes this good. Scioscia now with a second chance. Crashed the guard on his first one. He's taking no chances this time with line. This one's way out there.
Kind of caught him between forfeit or down onto the on the back here, but
so you get the feeling that there is still a shot at 4 here for Korea. Just follow that one down with maybe hack weight. Hit half of it, push it across the top, and Korea gets 4.
Didn't look like they were able to quite decide where they wanted to put that stone.
Yeah. Couldn't decide whether they're going to take it back for the freeze or hope that it stopped for a berry.
In the end, not a bad spot. You know, a freeze would be perfect.
Yeah.
If you left that top 4, you force Korea to make that corner guard run back for a potential score of 4. In the end, makes it tough here.
Changmin Kim can afford to just graze it as long as he pushes it to the edge of the 12-foot, and Hae-seong is brushing the path where they want to push the rock. He can score 3 if he rolls out of the rings and pushes the Chinese stone out, but well, when you're down 5, you don't get many chances like this to get right back in the game so quickly.
거기 좋아 보인다. 그냥 해. 천천히 커밋. 4번 어때?
예. 4에서 4번.
Cut the tension with a knife.
4에서 4번 너무 세다. 내가 할게.
핵!
핵!
왜 좋아요?
세아 이제 봐야 돼. 세아 라인 봐야 돼 이제.
Swept it early, but it's holding out there. Well by the guard. Need it to curl. Has he got a piece? Pushes it. Does he stick around? Yes, it's a 4.
Wow.
Yes!
What a great shot from Changmin Kim. Korea suddenly and out of nowhere are back in this gold medal final.
Oh, he completely botched his first shot, but this second one, this is a toughie. Just can't catch it any better. Score of 4 out of nowhere.
Fantastic. You deserve the fist pump for that one. You've gotten your team back in the game. A big yes from Changmin Kim. Korea all of a sudden are back in it. After 6, it's China 5, Korea 4.
굿콜이야, 세아. 알겠지? 돌 잘 모르겠어, 지금. 되게 헷갈리게 하네.
Well, after that thunderbolt from Changmin Kim, We're under play here on the 7th, and it's a whole new gold medal game, Sander.
It's funny you should say thunderbolt, because I was thinking of a Norwegian saying, which is clear lightning, lightning from a clear sky.
Yeah, that one did come out of thin air. And Scioscia and his Chinese teammates will be rocked by that. They had a 5-point lead, and now they're only up by 1. In the blink of an eye. And I think back to the timeout where Changmin took charge, missed the shot he was calling, but right through the end, he had a plan for how he was going to try and manufacture certainly more than 2. He was going for 3, he was going for more. And wow, what a great last shot.
I mean, they played the bend to perfection, sneaky calls, and lured China in.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, maybe a more experienced team wouldn't have been lured into the trap that way.
Yep.
And, you know, I think they'll kind of have to look back at that end and see what they did wrong.
Yeah. So many good shots. Triple takeout by Scioscia, and that incredible roll up behind the corner, set the table, and then Changmin Kim closed it out with that beautiful, delicate little hack weight hit for 4.
Yeah, that triple and roll behind the guards. Maybe one of the most tastiest thing I've seen this week.
Yeah, it's probably the shot of the week.
That's going to be a confidence boost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Could be the greatest comeback since Lazarus.
I mean, the loss was maybe half digested, and
yeah,
now you score 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Now all the pressure is off if you're Korea. You were dead and buried, and then all of a sudden you're more than resurrected.
Yeah, I think it's important for China though, to realize that, you know, we still have 1-point lead. Hammer.
Yeah.
You know, if you told China they would have hammer and a 1-point lead in this end, they'd take it before the game.
No, they would. But then if you would have also told them that, oh, by the way, 2 ends before that, you're up 5. They might not have been so agreeable.
기복 이거 2개 스탠다드 잡아줬잖아.
얘들 아예 안 닦았어요 지금.
형, 나 이거 기복이 하나간 거 27 나왔어. 앞에 거 4초고.
일단 9 정도면 되는데.
예,
2 Chinese stones in the rings, but 2 Korean center guards right up the middle there.
룸.
아니야.
룸.
8.
짧아야 돼.
앞에 해야 돼.
8.
룸. 짧아야 돼 얘들아.
Korea needs to be careful too. After you score a big end like this, the last thing you want to do is give your opponent a chance to score something like a 3 back.
어쩔 수 없어. 어쩔 수 없어.
Little bump there, foot heavy.
83, 형.
저거 느린 것 같아.
Interesting. China's ignoring it, and they're going to run those guards. Slightly surprised by this, Sander. That shot rock was pretty accessible, but they are electing to clear.
I guess they're thinking back to the previous end where they left things about, and now they're thinking, all right, we just got to start peeling the guards and be a little more conservative. But
no,
I agree. That yellow is pretty accessible.
나쁘진 않아요 여기 프리즈.
네, 저 프리즈 마음에 들어요, 형.
오케이.
So by running that center, they give the Koreans a chance to lock another one here onto the pile.
아예 안 닦았어요, 방금 형. 아예 안 닦았어요. 83이야.
짧은 게 더 낫다.
네, 짧은 게 나아요.
짧아도 돼.
Yeah, I think I like this call. You know, if you throw another guard here, China might change up the call and make that little hit and roll and sit 3.
Yep.
It's so easy to, you know, when you're 5 down, you go into overdrive.
Yep.
So play super aggressive. You score 4 back. You got to remember the game's pretty tight now. You don't have to throw the kitchen sink at the game.
Exactly.
라인 진짜 와야 돼 얘들아.
A great result for Korea would be to force China to take 1 and then take that hammer into the 8th and the even ends. This one's slightly over curling, but into the forefoot. A little touch of the stone there by Kibok. So good sportsmanship, just replacing the stone where it was. Chowder Day playing the percentages, now running that front stone just to try and open up the entire house.
Free. Free. Free in your
So, what will Korea play in response? Looks like he's going to hit that one in the ring, the wings. I kind of like this call, actually.
아니면 이거 가드.
괜찮은 것 같은데.
야, 가드 치자.
그러니까 저 라인.
이거 때리면
나
얘들
이게
이거
나을
때리고
것 같아.
놀랄 것 같아.
어?
그거 때리면 얘들 이거 힐때 놀랄 것 같아.
아니 이 엔드에서 뭐 할 건데 1점 주는 게
1점
제일 좋은
먹여야지.
거 아니야?
그러니까 1점 먹일 거면
1점 먹이는 거예요.
어.
줄이자, 치고 남기자.
노멀.
살리기만 하면 될 것 같아요. 살리기만 하면 될 것 같아요.
Briefly thought about the center guard, but the trouble with the center guard is if it's a little bit offline, then leaving the stone in the wings brings 3 into play for China.
Yeah, this is definitely the play to try and get the force.
Yep.
Yep.
Clean it. Clean it. Up.
They
Good.
want to stick around,
샷.
and they do.
얼마?
7-7이요.
오케이.
자.
이 엔드 1점 주는 게 제일 나아. 너무 위험.
喜欢哪个？
Yellow stones belong to Korea. Red stone belongs to China. They have last rock here on the 7th. 10 ends scheduled in the gold medal game, and it's turned into a dandy at the Pacific Asia Curling Championships 2017 from Erina, Australia.
이빨.
You see the time clock in the background. Both teams have got plenty of time to play. Scioscia. That's a nice result there. Good touch there from Sho. Rolls over into the wings.
오케이.
노즈.
형 아까 창명 거 저거 라인 더블 당할 거 엉치는데 많이 돌았어.
노즈 좋은 거 같아.
예.
약간 안에 맞고 이거 롤 이쪽으로 대도 돼.
오케이.
자, 여기 아까 9반이었어. 9반 좋은 거 같아.
9대 좋은 거 같아요.
Changmin Kim saying nose hit. Sandri looked a bit puzzled by that call.
I couldn't quite see, but just worried.
Clean it
If
up.
you maybe come hair on the inside, you leave a pretty straightforward double and roll to the wing to line 2 for China. We'll see. Yeah. Good chance of that now.
Those two are absolutely lined up for an easy double, and the question will be, where does the red stone go? So China now with a 2 brewing.
I think probably nose is pretty good here too. It's going to leave a very thin double for the Koreans.
Yep. Tough angles. Well, you'd have to call that an unforced error for the Chinese. Hits it on the high side, jams it. And all of a sudden, advantage back to Korea.
여기 잘 안 나갈 것 같아. 컨트롤.
Scioscia is trying to at least get to the nose, but he hits it on the high side and it jams.
인컬이 아니고 저스트팝 말이야. 기보가.
네, 저기.
저스트팝 민찬 안 나갈 것 같지 않나?
네, 전 안 나갈 것 같아요.
웨이트
컨트롤.
컨트롤
9 라인이 좀 많긴 해.
그러면 9반에서 3이면 제일
오케이.
나을 것 같아요.
좋을 것 같아 나도.
大点
가보자. 나가 니
因为它贴的没有缝，而且不是很
많이
薄。
셌나? 나가는 거 말이야.
나가는 건 7이었어요.
이 정도면 될 것 같아. 오케이. 3초.
웨이트!
3초! 비슷해.
웨이트!
예!
Here it comes. They want to stick around. They don't want to roll out, but they have. Another sweeping error from the Koreans. Not fatal. They're still lying 2, but they did have an opportunity to lie 3.
3초 05요. 웨이트는
예.
웨이트는 맞는 거.
괜찮아, 괜찮아. 괜찮아.
甩吗？
不用甩。
喂。长线。
3 clean。2。clean。
这个 OK。
clean。2。clean。3 clean。
So now it's Scioscia that needs to stick around. Nice shot.
Yeah, I never liked the situation when you're a skip, because you can't really, you know you're being forced and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like if you at least have a chance at a double or a freeze or something, but you just kind of have to realize, all right.
Hit and stick, hit and stick.
Yeah.
Grimace, grimace, take your one. Yeah. For that to happen, Kim has to stick this one. He's looking to be right on the nose.
아직 안 돼.
9번. 나는 약간 약해요.
반대로. 오케이.
Nice shot.
늦었어, 애초에. 오케이, 1점 주는 건 나쁘진 않아. 근데 갈 수 있으면 가는 게 제일 나은데. 오케이.
So job done for the Koreans. They've set up the force. By the force, we mean when the team has last rock and they're forced to take a single point instead of the 2 or more that they would like to get. With 2 stones in play, no room for error here for Scioscia. Seem pretty happy with it. Right on the nose, and China scores 1. So we're heading towards the fantastic finish that we all hoped for in this gold medal game. China steadies the ship, scoring a 1, but it is a force, and Korea will take last rock into the 8th end, trailing by 6-4. Back to action here at the Erina Ice Arena in Erina, Australia on the Central Coast. Just about an hour's drive north of Sydney. Beautiful, beautiful area. But all the focus is on the frozen water here as opposed to the surf just down the road in the beach. China throws this rock short, so error there from the Chinese, and an opportunity now for Korea to start setting up what they hope will be their 2-point end that could tie this game with 2 to play.
Good line.
1, 2,
하나. 도와줘.
하나. 아니. 계속 가야 돼. 이게 이상이.
계속 가야 돼요.
Boy, this one's going to be pretty long. All the Korean brushers joining the action to try and bring it nearer to the house. It's going to be a very wide corner guard there if it's going to be used. Interesting. I thought the Chinese might think about making a play on their own stone. There we see the percentages for the leads, both in that 90% range. Pretty good shooting. Zhao with that tight center guard on his first. And China, even though it's in the free guard zone, they could hit their own if they wanted to. They can certainly play it, but just setting another one up there in front. So it's game on here, Sander. 2 center guards for the Chinese.
Yeah, I think need to keep something in play, you know.
약간 뒤로 오는 게 좋을 것 같아, 기보가.
Peel the center guard, it's almost like you're conceding the 2 points already.
Yep.
And if you make a mistake, a 3 can be in play. So then you have a tie game, and no, you're just gonna have to. They're gonna have to put some stones in play here and try and play for the force.
티 좋아, 티. 약간 여기.
Definitely committed now with 2 center guards.
룸. 세안아, 니라. 세안아, 니가 가.
Key Buckley now trying to duck around that stone that he just threw. It's on the tee line. Challenge with that guard being so long, it's probably accessible, but here we go, folks. Scioscia says, I'm going to ignore that. I'm just going to come around my center guards. Throwing down the gauntlet here. Su Jinghao.
6、7、8。
力量
稍微大点。一碰不碰，没人捡的。
clean. Yeah!
Oh, can you believe it? Lackadaisical. Chinese brushers were just sort of escorting that rock. They weren't even in front of it, and they nudged that center guard. A little wry smile there from Zhou, but almost very costly. Got away with it. Changmin Kim now can run these back and maybe clear all 3.
Yep. Harga. Whoa. 예. 너무 약하게 찼다.
That just improves the situation marginally for the Koreans. Slightly opens up the shot rock, but he's totally choked off the outturn path to the button. And we see the percentages. Zhu with a 7% advantage over Kim at the second stone position.
5圈45。5、6。6、7。还得放。
I feel like Zhu's been looking all nervy in these big games this week. He's made a couple of mistakes, missed a few corner guard peels, and this one is mostly on the sweepers and communication.
Yeah, I agree. Another stone that was kind of made, but for the sweeping. Not a great sweep read there from Zhao and Zhou.
다 내보낼 수 있어.
얼마나 얇아야 돼요? 완전 그냥
얇게 3분의 1. 두껍지만 하면 돼.
예.
얇아야 돼요.
그냥 무조건 3분의 1만 걸린다. 더 얇아도 되나?
3분의 1. 4분의 1. 아니 진짜 얇아야 돼.
So Scioscia looks on.
여기.
타이트하면 안 돼요.
여기 좋은 것 같아.
예.
Chance here if he hits about. If he can hit what he can see, he'll spill both the reds, and he might get some forward action on the red stone to kill the stone on the forefoot. No line here, though. Has he got any contact at all? Oh, my gosh. Blows it by absolutely everything. That's a huge miss.
Yeah, nowhere near the tolerance. I mean, you could overcurl and at least catch the yellow.
Yeah.
Would, you know, help you a little bit.
Yeah. Inexcusable not to move any stone. So Korea making life difficult for themselves after scoring that huge 4 and getting them back in the game and getting all the momentum. They're just handing the momentum back to the Chinese. Saw how quickly it can turn, though. A couple of ends ago, the triple takeout by Seung.
3、5，准力量，别大，准力量，5、6、
5、
6，可以，
5、5去
5、5 yes 2、5
力量，力量很好，力量非常好。
5 clear hard hard
Oh, good looking shot here. Very good looking shot here.
한 번 더 가야 될 것 같아.
Changmin says, I've got to get it this time, guys.
스피드가 괜찮아서 좀 뻗어. 그냥 이대로 던지면 될 것 같아. 3분의 1, 4분의 1.
A little surprised he's not running the yellow perhaps onto the reds, but he's going to try this one again.
Yep. Whoa, hard, hard. Whoa, whoa, yeah, whoa.
Well, interesting to see if he can get some action on the back ones.
Here it comes.
Perfect.
Oh!
Shot.
4 stones go rocketing out of play. Seung, you're a hitting machine.
Yeah, well, 1 sticks around in the back 8, but most importantly, they've opened up the forfeit here. So they can at least score in the end.
How good is that? Fantastic shot. Wow. Talk about picking up your teammate. What a fantastic shot.
Yeah, I think that's when a thank you is in order.
Yeah, absolutely. Carry your bag, sir. Shine your shoes, sir.
5去5去
准力量，5、6、倒
5去
6，抛带，
下线
力量为主，6，好，5 6去，5提线提线
6
yes 5
上
Good weight. Cozy's in behind the guard. You see Changmin Kim moving his broom up and down. That says to us that he's thinking run back. Scioscia, 91% for the game. That's pretty darn good shooting. Se-hyung Sung is at 80. He had a terrible first half of the game, but just like in the semifinal yesterday, he's lit up like a bonfire in the second half of the game. Tough shot here, though. It's a long run back, maybe 10 feet.
Ideally, he will catch both reds and roll the card, maybe in by cover.
Well, if he does that, then we're going to have to start assigning him sort of divine person status, really.
Yep. Yes. Whoa. 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 Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
I'm sorry, you're not supposed to applaud in the announcer's booth, but you can only applaud after that. Didn't think he could top that triple and roll up into behind the guard, but boy, that's even better. Look at the replay. Watch the action. The run back stone. Look where it goes.
This is the second time I've called a shot and haven't really believed it myself. But somehow he pulls it off.
Get over there. Get over there. Absolutely perfect.
Kind of similar, just 2 ends ago.
Yeah.
Made the triple and roll in behind the guard. This time the run double and roll in behind the guard.
And look, they're perfectly welded behind the guard.
Wowie.
You can only laugh in delight. Timeout called by China.
If you want to tap, freeze is different than tap. So they're 2 different shots.
不是粘球，那个是。
So whichever one, choose the one you want to play it. You've got a lot of room around that guard. You're into it now. The come around the center is he's got to run back or he'll be able to get you for 3. So I wouldn't mind seeing you kind of angle tap.
Yep.
And there's lots of room there. But if you roll off, then you got to tap that out.
Okay.
After some input from Marcel Rock, he says if you go around the center guard, he runs it back, he can give up 3. So he's preferring to play towards the 2 stones on the right of our screen as we're looking at them. But he did counsel his team, just choose one shot. Either tap it or freeze it, but don't think about both. Choose one. And judging by the brush position, to me, Sander, it looks like he's electing to tap.
Yeah, ideally, you try and kill 1 yellow here and just sit right on top.
What drama. What a turnaround in this end. We're not over yet. This one's got some pace. Has he got any contact at all? This sounds pretty quiet. It blows right by.
Well, talk about
Sorry.
well, momentum problem after a timeout. That's 2 complete misses after the timeout's been called in this game. One from Korea and now from China.
Yeah, that was close to board weight, and it didn't move an inch. So a fabulous chance now for Korea. They're talking about where they can put this one in a place that can give themselves a shot at 3. You'd almost think about coming around the corner again, wouldn't you, Sander?
Well, that's the way we're going to score 4.
Joe and Joe wondering about what might have been. Here we get a look at it.
땡길 수 있겠나?
네, 거의 모르고 처음 던지고 했을 때가 8 정도면
Looks like they're electing to draw the open side to the right of the screen.
뒤로 가주면 좋을 것 같아, 얘들아.
Their reasoning being if we put it in the 8-foot, can't ignore it. They don't want to give him another chance to make a play between down to those frozen stones. So their plan is throw it into that white 8-foot circle, let him hit it, and then hope we have a hit for 3. Or force him to draw or freeze, and then if he doesn't make that perfect, we might get 4.
Yeah, not really feeling like putting all the eggs in one basket here. I'm sure they'll be happy to score a 3 in this case.
저기 TD. 여기. 거기 아니 기보가 이지 천천히 가자. 기보가 천천히 가야 돼. 기보가 천천히 가야 돼 진짜. 세환이 부르까지 진짜 정확하게 가야 돼.
Don't want to slide too deep.
세환이 부르까지 정확하게 가야 돼.
But they slide deep enough that a hit and roll for the Chinese will go deep into the 8-foot. And there we see the shooting percentages. Scioscia with a solid advantage over Changmin Kim. We've seen some bad misses from Kim, but then we've seen, it's like Goldilocks here. The little girl with the curl. When he's been bad, he's been very bad, but when he's been good, he's been very, very good.
And China's just going to play the open hit here. Didn't even look at playing the same shot once more. That would be the only shot to cut Korea down to 2 points. Play that same tap freeze, but again, risky. You could give up 4 in pretty much of the game, so staying safe here. Want to stick around, though. Maybe force a simple error from Changmin Kim.
Looks right in the nose. Sticks around, so it is shot. So Changmin Kim will have to make a play at that shot.
아까 진짜 민차이 거서 되게 많이 뻗었거든.
But it beggars belief that as we now head for the last rock of end number 8, that as recently as 3 ends ago, China was pitching a shutout. It was 5-0. Korea was looking dead and buried, and if Changmin Kim can make this one, Korea will take the lead.
Yeah, if Korea wins this game, it could quite possibly be the biggest turnaround in a championship final in history. I can't really imagine.
Yeah, just an unbelievable turnabout. But not there yet. Has to make this one.
You gotta wonder what he's thinking now. He's sitting in the hack.
I can't believe that I've got a shot here to go into the lead, but I better make it.
simple shot, but lots of pressure.
오버 7, 8 클린 오버 클린해 오버 클린해 클린해 오 클린
They need it to curl. They've got very little house to roll to, and it's on the nose. A big yes from Changmin Kim. He's come all the way back. It's a big 3 for Korea. They're scoring them in bunches this afternoon, and for the first time in our gold medal match, Korea is in front. After 8 ends of play, 2 to come. How's it going to turn out? Korea leads it 7-6. And there we see the handshakes in the bronze medal game. Japan has won the bronze medal. The host country, Australia, disappointed. They'll finish 4th, but Japan now qualifies for the World Men's Curling Championships in Las Vegas. So a nice comeback for Team Morozumi after the disappointment of losing their semifinal yesterday. They'll be on the podium. Solid win. And a little wave there from Yusuke Morozumi. And that will be Japan's Olympic team as well. Now it's a bit of an arm wrestle. But back to our gold medal game. This one has played out a bit like an Italian opera. Unlikely drama. Haven't had any villains here, but boy. A comeback for the ages. Korea down by 5. Have scored a 4. Forced China to get 1, and then they score a 3. And Korea leads this one with 2 to play. Changmin Kim. Can they bring this one all the way home? It would be a victory for the storybooks.
So often on these days, well, sometimes anyway, the finals is very uneven, and it's the bronze game. It's almost the most interesting one, and it was looking like that today after about 4 ends. You know, it was really tight at the bronze game.
Yes,
a blowout during the final, and then all of a sudden both games just
just inverted. That one slides into the back 4-foot behind cover. Red Chinese stone. Difficult to tell whether that one might be touching the rings. If you're China and you need it at the end of the end, you would certainly ask for an official measure. See if it's touching the rings.
I'd say it looks like it's nibbling, but
it's close. Shoulder day.
Clean. Clean. Hard. Yes. Hard. 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 Okay.
We've had so many amazing finishes in the last couple of days, Sander. It's just somehow fitting that to cap the tournament in this men's gold medal game that we'd wind up with a game like this that's certainly on a trajectory to a dramatic ending.
That looks to me like Korea is going to go very hard for the 4th here. Try and force China to take a single point, tie the game, have the last advantage coming home.
No!
Still wonder if that stone is nibbling the house though, because the way Korea is playing here, they will always risking giving up 3. But playing this way, they're saying, you know, we're going to go hard for the 4th. If we give up 2, that's fine, because then we'll still have the last stone 1 point down. We can score 2 and win the game.
That's right.
And they're probably quite comfortable with that. So that's why they're allowing themselves to force the issue a little bit here in the 9th end.
Well, their last two goes with the hammer, they've certainly shown that they can score in bunches.
Whoa. 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 Easy.
Hey.
Both of those big ends, of course, those set up by unbelievably good shots by Scioscia. Triple takeout, roll behind a guard, and then that unbelievably better run back triple, roll behind the guard. Fantastic shooting.
가다 한 번 더. 근데 3점 위험이 있어, 약간은.
There is Scioscia. He's yet to play. It's now second stone, so Min Kim. 8 minutes, 34 seconds left on the Korean time clock.
아까 내 컨트롤 여기였어, 거의.
Lots of time.
잼이었거든.
What's the call, Sander?
3초.
Yeah, it's just hit and roll, so that stone's clearly in the rings, or at least they're in doubt.
좀 타이트하게 잡아줄게.
So make just a hit and
약하지
roll.
마, 진짜.
And sit for probably first and third shot here.
So Min Chan with a miss in the last end, so taking an extra moment to just dial this one in. Has he got contact? Is he wide again? Oh no. Another miss from Min Chan Kim.
Okay.
The drama continues. Door swings wide open now again for China. This game's had more up and downs than a seesaw. Very nice shot there from Team China.
세아 더블은 아니야. 세아 두꺼운 반 피해.
Okay, there's So Daejia looking at things. He's got 3 rocks spread around the rings, but now Changmin Kim says, hit this one thin, scream it towards the pile, and maybe get a pair.
Initial call was just, I think, hit and roll, try and group the reds, but you know, throws it hard enough and catches it thin enough, it might go around the horn for a triple.
Well, Sander, you've called 2 of Sehyoung's unbelievably good shots. Has he got another one in him?
Yes! Yes!
Does he go through?
Okay.
Bit unlucky there. Catch it thinner, you come onto the back red, slightly thicker, and you sit in front, but kind of in between.
Yeah, just squeeze through. Here we get a great look at it. Sander said a little bit thinner it goes to the back rock, a little bit thicker it goes to the front rock, and it's right in between, and it squeezes into the back 12-foot. So 2 points at least brewing here for China, but lots of stones yet to come in this end. We're on thirds rocks. Scioscia.
Korea's going to at least have to make 1 double here. The way the reds that are already in the house, they're pretty well lined up for a double.
Good stone there from China. Getting good separation. They're pretty parallel, making that double tougher.
그거부터 할게요. 제가 이거 할게요, 더블. 어떤 턴 마음에 드는데? 어떤 턴 마음에 드는데? 인턴. 인, 오케이.
Just checking the turn preference.
뭐라고? 더블 치면서 일로 갈 수 있어요. 더블 치면 여기 3분의 1 맞고 여기까지는 갈 수 있어. 그거 한번 해보자요.
I'd say in a perfect world, you make the thin double here and then try and roll the shooter frozen onto the third red.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really getting greedy, but you're right, Sander.
그냥 히트 앤
A little bit of forward action.
무리하지 말고.
To make that, he'd have to hit about, yeah,
아니면 네가 더블 해도 돼.
Third.
더블 보면서 롤 하자요.
더블 보면서 롤은 못 해.
일단 먼저 더블 먼저
두께
보자.
자체가 다른.
더블 먼저 보자요.
더블?
예.
오케이. 3분의 1 맞아야 돼.
오케이.
오케이. 인.
인.
노멀 업.
오케이.
They're very stuck between two shots here, just a hit and roll.
근데
Kind of the
세연아,
safer call.
인으로 하면 위험한 게 두꺼우면 이거 바로 캐치된다. 그래서 이게 더 안전해. 아까 해봤잖아, 노멀 업.
Double is definitely
이거
better.
어디 3분의 1이죠? 좀만 더 잡아줘.
Se-hyung wanted to throw the in turn, but Changmin is asking him to throw the out turn. I guess his rationale is that if for some reason he blows by it, he at least picks off his own stone at the back of the house and one less thing to jam on.
I think Changmin was actually all worried that, you know, if you throw a little full with the in turn, you might jam on the back yellow.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, he's made some incredible shots so far.
Yeah, he has.
Double and roll frozen.
No, you wouldn't bet against it after what we've seen in the last hour or so.
Yep.
Quieter weight on this one, though.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
There's one, and there's two. Nice shot there from Se-hyung Sung.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Reducing the damage here for Team Korea. Debated the hit and roll or the double, went with the double, and made it perfect. I think if you were calculating the players' stones eliminated per stone thrown average over the last 5 ends of this game, Se-hyung would be up in the stratosphere somewhere.
Super important to stay in play here.
They'd love an outside roll.
Really
they
nice.
get it. Yeah, great shot.
That's a key shot. You know, a perfect hit and roll. You set up for two. You roll out, you get forced. Huge difference.
Yeah, big shot there from Scioscia. Great shot.
아니 이거 넣어줘도 나쁘지
Keeping the two alive for China.
이거 넣어줘도 나쁘지 않아. 뒤에 거 날리고.
이거보다 치면 나을 것 같은데.
왜?
And you would think about playing the open stone now, wouldn't you, Sander?
오케이. 그까지는 나쁘진 않은 것 같아.
Yeah.
Risky playing on that red on the left-hand side. Jams there all day.
너무나. 자, 진짜 버튼 센터까지 롤 시켜야 되는 두께.
예.
Again, really important for Changmin that he stays in the house. He'd love a tiny little inside roll. Maybe to the back of the forefoot if he can get it.
6번. 시간이 없다.
Does not want to roll out of play.
어머나. 예. 아직. 예. 오. 비슷해. 오. 업. No. Yep. Whoa.
Yep, whoa. Gets a little roll.
I was hoping to roll another foot or two and a little deeper to perhaps get a chance at a double on the next one. But I think a nose hit for China is probably enough.
Well, if Zhou does nose hit this one, you would think that Changmin would be fancying his chances of throwing peel weight and maybe a crosshouse double. Bring the stone a little bit further forward, but this one has to come at us first. Keep an eye on the time clock as well. The Koreans are again pushing the boundaries a little bit with their time clock.
朝线，朝线，这个线有点大，朝线，力量很好，朝线，朝线大一点点，朝线大一点点，
Very good shot. Yeah, that little outside roll eliminates the chance of a double takeout. Great shot. You're enjoying this one, folks. We sure are. Gold medal game live from Erina, Australia at the Pacific Asia Curling Championships 2017.
자, 좀 더 타이트하게 아니야. 그냥 던질게.
Omar up.
비세. 오.
Yep. Omar up. Yep. Whoa.
Yep, whoa usually means it's right on the money. They get the inside roll, so Changmin Kim's done all he can do. Now, Scioscia with a chance
시간이 없어.
to create another lead change.
2점 따는데 뭐 있나? 엑스트라 가도 되고.
Open hit here for 2 that would put China back in front.
도 사실 상관없었어 방금 인공. 무리하게.
Changmin and Ki Buckley are already talking about
그럴 때 내 부름이
how do we want to play 10.
해야 되는데.
Must stick around. Right on the money. China scores 2. Clutch shot there from Scioscia. And now China leads it by a score of 8-7. Korea will have the hammer 1 down in the 10th. How's it going to turn out? It's the gold medal game. We'll be right back. Well, here we go. 10th end. Don't really want to say final end yet, because if this one is tied, we will go to an extra end. I think the Chinese would have liked that a little deeper.
일로 가자. 아까 나 웨이트 좋았어, 맞지?
네, 아까 좋았어요. 여기 9에서 4초 할게요.
Important shot here. You'd see a key shot. It's a bit of a bad pun. It's Ki Buckley throwing it, but
Good line.
very important that the lead stones are in good positions here, Sander, if Korea is looking to get there too.
Yeah, if you don't use the free guard zone here, you know, if you come into the house with this one, China can hit it. The end's pretty much over, actually. It's real tough to score 2 then. So Ki Buckley maybe,
He's the key man.
yeah, just taking a little extra weight off it. Curls a wee bit, but it's usable.
Yeah, Korea will definitely be able to get one around that corner. Still keep it on the rings. It's interesting, though. They've set that one on the outturn side.
3局。
既有2分出来了。
Who can hold their nerve?
2、3之间，我往你这儿去。2，主要是站线啊，站线。线路 OK， 线路可以。正常。2、3之间，主要站线，我。2、3之间，我别着急。2、3之间，我。下线叫。可以严。下线。2，抢。嘿。
It's a center guard, but there is a corner of the shot rock available, and
웨이트 백 정도.
like a dog on a hungry bone, Changmin Kim leaps at the opportunity to make a play at the shot rock.
마음에 들어.
저는 괜찮 좋은 것 같아요.
오케이.
6반 치려면 괜찮겠나요? 6반. 아까 7백이었어요. 조금 더 올려야겠다.
So through the round robin stages, Korea has had a last one efficiency of 58%, meaning they score 2 or more, and 58% of the ends they have the hammer. But those numbers are, of course, slightly inflated, seeing we have a couple of inexperienced teams in the field. The best teams, Japan and Australia, are at 75 and 77. So
여기. 계속. Okay.
Korea definitely haven't been the best at scoring multiple with the hammer this week, but they've shown that they're a different team in the playoffs.
Yep. They certainly are. They're an even more different team in the second half of games. They've been awful in the first half of both semifinals, and they've been sparkling in the second half. There we saw that attempted shot there by Kibok. Didn't get to the shot stone, but he just ticked the Chinese center guard off the center line, so that opens up the forefoot for Korea and leaves corner guards. Great shot. Xu Jinghao. Big roll. Sits in the open.
이건 거의 하나야. 들어갈게.
Decision, do you double them off or do you go around the corner guard and ignore them?
아니면 지금 봐도 돼. 2개 가드 있으니까. 너 생각은 어때?
나 컴라운드.
컴라운드. 오케이. 여기야.
예, 팔대기 않겠나? 약하나?
3 minutes of playing time left for Team Korea. They're going to elect to go around that yellow corner guard. Changmin, he's had a couple of misses on takeouts, but now he's being asked to throw a draw, and this is a big one.
조금 타이트하다. 5, 6. 4, 딱 바이트만 되면 돼. 라인 조금 타이트해, 세연아. 6, 5. 라인은 끌고 와야 돼, 세연이만. 아직. 길면 안 돼. 오, 룸.
Well by.
비슷해. 안 돼.
비슷해.
세워야 돼. 여기. No.
Now it's coming to rest. This is a good-looking shot there from Min Chan Kim. Starting to set the table for a potential deuce, which would win the gold medal for Korea. There you can see it. Nearly fully buried.
这球肯定不打人，打人那边一打5-2分出。
打站位吧。
打站位人家不2分出来了吗？
那离俩球离太近了。
Now it's decision time for China.
行。
Where they've got the broom set center, it looks like they're going to try and make a play on that stone in the rings. Xu Jinghao.
11踏板，11踏板时间，11踏板，哇，立了可以，一，
Very nice shot there from Xu Jinghao. Removes that Korean stone and made it look easy in the end.
마음에 들어 난 이게. 롤.
But
그냥 여기까지만 오면 돼.
good news for Korea. The Chinese stones are fairly far forward in the house, which means you can maybe roll behind them. And the bad news is the tick, tick, tick of the clock behind them. 2:22 now. Love playing time left for Team Korea, so they can't muck about. They run out of time. Game's over.
Control up. 반대로 볼게.
And both teams have used their timeouts as well.
Noses it, flops out to the outside. That's a pretty good result there for the Koreans.
I don't think that was the call at all.
No, it wasn't, but it worked out great.
现在还漏吗？OK， 比刚才漏的还大。
He's had a tough game today.
He has.
Min Chan Kim.
There you see, it's almost in exactly the same spot that the draw come around was. Maybe a little less buried, so we've already seen that Xu Jinghao was able to remove the stone, and now it's the turn of Scioscia.
踏板大一点。
11踏板时间。
踏板，一，哇，踏板大，哇，大，哇。
Xiao pointing in the air. This one's a little heavier than Zhu's. Has he got contact? Yes, he does. But this one spills out of the rings. So quick decisions needed now for the Koreans with time ticking away.
세연아 이거 더블 치고 기다리자 일단.
I like that. Make the double. You might get some action. It may squirt behind that corner.
쉽지 않겠나 이게. 아니면
1:58 now left for the Koreans to play their shots.
나쁘진 않은 것 같아. 세연아, 이거 일단 열자 지금. 3개 있을 때. 두꺼운 반 세게 와야 돼. 세게. 얇은 반도 괜찮아.
Looking for a little action off that right-hand stone.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Hard. I got it. Hard.
1, 2.
자.
Pushes it.
Okay, good.
Not quite off the rings, but well away from the scoring zone.
Yeah, I can tell you that. So it's not going to matter much.
No.
You can't plank the end here anyway. So
that's exactly right. Korea must score.
The good thing about playing that double is you open up the guards.
Yeah, so now you can come around it yourself if you have to.
Yeah, China's going to play the hit and stick, but it's only one stone to worry about, so Korea's probably going to ignore it and try and come around. Hopefully the red guard, if they can. The one that's closest to the house, the best guard.
Rolls it into the top of the 8-foot. China's line 2. And we can see Changmin Kim immediately saying, let's go around the corner guard right now. Se-hyung Sung. After so many big run backs and hits, can he make a delicate draw?
That's good. Yeah, That's good. That's good.
Got lots of weight. Here comes.
Clean it. Overcurling.
Whoa. 건드지 마.
No. Sit.
No. Okay.
Comes to rest in second shot position. So China still lies 1. Slides behind the tee line. Low 5 there from his teammate for Sung. There you see that yellow one perfectly buried, so no chance for China to hit it, but certainly a chance for China to draw in front of it, Sander. Changmin Kim looks on. Would have loved that one another couple of feet forward so China couldn't freeze it so easily. But China can't afford to make a mistake on this one either. If they leave a double takeout, it could be for the win.
Yeah, if you make the perfect freeze here, Changmin Kim's going to have to score 2 with his final last 2 stones. Need 2 perfect shots. But of course, only need 1 point for the extra end.
Yep.
It's looming.
It is looming large. No, this one's looking great. And China lies too. Changmin Kim says, I don't care. I'm just going to try and roll over behind cover, and I want to get shot. Doesn't want to rush this, though. This is his chance, as you said, Sander. He's got to make the 2 happen with his 2 stones. Even though he's down to 1:22 of time, he does want to take a deep breath, and this is a very important shot.
Yeah, well, haste makes waste, but I think I'd rather throw this one maybe a little quick and have a little more time for my second one.
Agree.
To be perfectly honest.
I agree completely.
그냥 것처럼 1 다운. Yes. 다운이야. Yes. 오. 비슷하다. 와. 안 돼.
Oh, look at this. Cross house and Korea lies too.
Really good shot there under pressure. Keeping the 2 alive.
Changmin Kim, cool as ice. Boy, oh boy, that did not get much of the top stone. Called the sweep early, and then they had to wait for it to finish, and he just catches it thin, and look at this. Hits the side of the stone. Instead of the front of it, pushes it sideways, and Korea lies too. Changmin saying, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? Oh, pretty good. So now for China. They're all huge in a gold medal match, but none bigger than the one that Scioscia is about to throw. If he doesn't make this one, game over. The 2 yellow stones belonging to Korea represent the potential gold medal winning points. But if Scioscia can make a freeze very similar to the shot that he just made, Korea will have to draw for one, and we could be facing an extra end.
No.
Clay.
Well, this is interesting, Hans.
Yeah, we can see that there's a yellow rock hitting a yellow rock, and we're asking for the time to be stopped because, unbelievably, Scioscia threw the Korean stone instead of his own stone. Well, in a game that's had every little bit of drama, why not a bit more?
You know, I've seen that happen in a championship before, but just not on the
last
penultimate
rock of
stone
the
of the
game.
final.
That's
wow.
Amazing.
And surely that's a testament to the pressure he's under.
That's incredible.
And in the end, you know, it's a fair play sport, curling. You know, we're not going to penalize anyone for doing that. Just simply switch out the stone, and you have to analyze the shot, Hans.
Yeah, it's a fantastic result.
Pretty good. What does Korea have?
Not much.
Is there a chance for two? That's the next question.
어차피 걸려도 상관없어. 여기 우리가 얇게만 친다면 맞지? 세게만 안 치면 그 진짜 되게 많이 돌았는데 아까 빅샷.
형 우리 35초 남았어.
Okay.
All right, Changmin saying, okay, 35 seconds, can't muck about, make the choice, throw the shot. Is he going to try and chip this one out? All right, Changmin screaming back down to the other end. Oh, I don't think my heart can take it, Sander. 18 seconds and ticking. He's going to try and chip this red Seong, looking for his view of the time clock. Oh my gosh, here it comes. Last stone of the 10th on its end. It's on its way.
약해요. 웨이트.
피보. 비슷하다. 피보. 비슷하다.
얇게.
캐스.
One for sure.
비슷하다.
Oh,
wait.
Looks like two.
They're going to ask for a measure.
Oh, no. The drama continues.
Changmin saying, oh, if we just swept it a tiny bit more. You still might win, Changmin. It's going to be a measure.
It looks yellow. I don't know. It's too close to call.
Xiao's going, I think we've got it.
Oh, my Lord. What a game.
Could you load any more drama and unbelievable turns of events into one game, and let alone a gold medal game? This one is now in the hands of the officials. It's a measure. We know it's at least an extra end, but is it a gold medal? Is it two?
I can't believe Changmin Kim's running to the bathroom because he thinks there might be an extra end. All right, let's see.
Wow, we can only wait. Seong observing, he's official asking correctly. Give him a little bit of room to work with here.
Korea is the yellow, yeah?
Korea is the yellow rock. And the official confirms it's a 2 for Korea. They're the gold medal winners. One of the most incredible games of curling I have ever seen, Sander Robach. A measure for the win. Korea gets the measure. Unbelievable scenes here in Erina. I've never seen anything like it, Sander.
It must be the biggest comeback in a championship final in history. I can't even comprehend how this happened. China up 5 at halftime. Korea's turned it around. Last stone measure, and a close one at that.
Changmin, welcome back. You're the gold medal winner.
Incredible.
What a finish to an incredible Pacific Asia Curling Championships men's gold medal game. The comeback of the century for Korea. Changmin Kim. He had his head in his hands. He thought they'd blown it. He thought it was an extra end. But no. Korea are your champions.
Good job, man. You made some great shots.
Disappointment for China, but delight for Korea in one of the most amazing games of curling you will ever see, ladies and gentlemen.
Good game. Good game.
세연아, 네가 사인해라.
Good game. Good game. Thank you. Good game. Well played. Thank you. Good game. Thank you. Good game.
고생 많았다.
Peter.
You did it, man.
You did it.
You scared me, but you did it.
Highlights from the men's gold medal game, China versus Korea. In the sixth end, Korean skip by the guard, Changmin Kim. Needed to curl. Has he got a piece? Gentle weight.
Yes,
And it is a 4. Korea all of a sudden are back in it. After 6, it's China 5, Korea 4. In the eighth end, Korea now 2 stones behind the corner guard. It's an open hit for Changmin Kim to unbelievably complete the comeback and take the lead. Right on the nose, it's a 3 for Korea. And Korea, after trailing by 5, are up 7-6. In the ninth end, Chinese skip Scioscia. China reeling after giving up the 5-point lead, can go back in front. Cho makes it perfectly, and now China's back in the lead. And then in the 10th, drama aplenty, time ticking down, seconds remaining for Changmin Kim to play his last. If he scores 2, they win the gold medal. There's a score of 1, but the stones, they're so close, it's going to take a measure. The official comes in, confirms it's a 2 for Korea. Korea are the gold medal champions.
Yes.
And let's have a word with the winning skip, Changmin Kim.
So you're down 5 points at halftime, able to turn the game around. How did you do it?
초반에 5점 치고 시작을 전반 끝냈는데 어떻게 또 뒤집었는지 궁금합니다.
밥 코치가 이제 갬블을 해야 된다고 해서 이제 갬블을 도박을 했는데 이제 그게 잘 먹혀서 그렇게 된 것 같습니다. 그래서 상대도 실수도 많이 하고.
After fifth ends, Mr. Urser say that we try to play the gamble is more a little aggressive. We tried that. It's we success. That's the point. Your vice skip Song made some incredible shots today. What can you say about your teammate?
오늘 성세현 선수가 굉장히 좋은 샷들을 했는데 성세현 선수랑 어떤 얘기를 주고받았는지 어떤 얘기를 해줬는지 궁금합니다.
He made 항상 세현이가 그 샷을 만들어내는 거라서 별로 그냥 당연히 할 거라고 생각했다고 그렇게 전해주십니다.
He believe no doubt. Songs always do that. He tell him and confidence and believe and trust each other.
So you've tried many times. Now you're finally Pacific Asia Championship winner, champion. How does it feel?
여러 번 시도를 했는데 처음으로 PACC 우승을 했습니다. 그에 대한 소감이 궁금합니다.
아직 그 우승에 대한 기쁨보다는 아직 저희가 부족한 게 너무 많아서 그걸 더 보완하는데 더 신경 쓰고 싶은 그런 배움이 많은 대회였다고 그렇게 저 스스로 그렇게 느끼고 있습니다.
We are happy, but we are not perfect. We need more learning. So this is the learning stage. Study for us. This stage, yes.
All right, thank you, and again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So a happy champion Changmin, Kim, and Team Korea. Korea sweeping the gold medals here at the Pacific Asia Curling Championships in both the men's and the women's events. What drama here from Erina, Australia. We have loved being here, and we've really loved having you here with us. On behalf of our entire production team, my colleague Sander Robach, I'm Hans Fraunlob. Thanks for being with us, and so long from Australia.
Yep. Yes, but